Surrounded by. I am surrounded by.
I'm often surrounded by.
The entire system is surrounded by
Freaking idiots.
Surrounded by them.
idiots.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the SBI Podcast post-election.
It's funny. Okay, I was just sending out my end of day gainers and losers for
Our stock
our
chat.
stock chat.
Yeah, I've been buying stuff all day.
I'm
I
proud.
have nothing to hold in my hands, but I keep seeing the number go up in my Robinhood.
Yeah,
so
no.
I feel pretty good about myself.
That's it, bro. And that's the whole point of it. That's the whole thing. And I'm very happy of this little group that we're building, and everyone's jumping in and having their, giving their tips and what they like, and this is cool. And I think this is going to be something really special that we're all going to remember forever
And ever.
and ever. That's it.
Well, we'll remember it every time we look at our bank accounts, hopefully.
That's what we're doing, because we're buying assets. Because honestly, yeah, all these companies might be going up, or the value of our dollar is going down, and we're just seeing inflation happen in front of our eyes with what's happening.
Yeah.
So regardless of that case, we have to have some type of anti-inflationary asset.
Now, how does this work? I've been wondering. I was thinking about like all the things. So people can hate and not vote for this guy, but then when he wins, they can benefit off of all the financial gains.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, do people not see the hypocrisy?
I'm supposed to lose?
No, but that's how it was framed.
Okay, look, here's my thing. I'm going to stick to the portfolios conversation. I built my portfolio to win regardless of who won.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Raytheon's going to do well regardless. Maybe a little bit better under a Warhawk, but...
I got my companies that mine Bitcoin and hold Bitcoin and everything, but if Trump lost, those companies probably wouldn't have exploded how they would have.
Right.
But being that I took the risk on those, he won and those took off. I also believed in Bitcoin, not just him.
Yeah,
it's not like he's the only.
What
thing
is
that
his
makes
connection to
move.
Bitcoin?
Well, he was kind of he was never like against it, but he wasn't rocking with it. But a lot of people were like, "Yo, you need to get on to it." And then everything happened with him getting in court, and while he was running, he went to Bitcoin conferences and like started talking like, oh yeah, Bitcoin's actually cool, and we're gonna make it a thing, and if I become president, we're gonna, because the Bitcoin people were supporting him.
Right. I'm looking right now. Washington Post says Trump eyes pro-crypto candidates for key federal financial agencies.
Mm-hmm. So like, you know what I'm saying? So now I have companies like a Riot and like a Mara and like all these other companies that
Solana, or what's the other one?
No. Okay, so all the all right, so we have Mara and MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy, that's just a company. I would love to get Michael Saylor on here. If you see this somehow, I would love to get you on here. So he owns MicroStrategy.
Oh, wow.
His only thing, I don't know what happened 5 years ago, but since that point, he's only bought Bitcoin. He only talks Bitcoin. He's only about Bitcoin. So much so that his company takes out loans just to buy more Bitcoin. And that's his whole company's process.
He looks happy about it.
Yeah, he is killing it.
When were they created?
MicroStrategy's been like a software company for a while, but he just shifted their whole approach to buy Bitcoin, buy more Bitcoin. And now 88,000. So if you guys don't have exposure to Bitcoin, you can get into MicroStrategy because they only have room to grow. Because they're just a Bitcoin company. Also, a sleeper company is Block. They are a Square. It's Square.
Oh yeah,
it's
Square. Cash App, yeah.
So they also have a pretty good treasury of Bitcoin as well.
What was there? BL?
It's Square. SQ. Block. Block is the name of the stock though. BLOCK.
Okay, make sure.
Just Block stock.
Block
and
stock.
load it.
Yeah, they're up 11% today. And
Yeah.
things are just up.
Yeah. But I mean, also when you start getting into the market and you start really building a portfolio and you build a like broad enough portfolio, things are always going to be up and things are always going to be down.
Yeah, but everything's up now and a lot.
No, I mean, yeah, but there are some things.
I'm
that
just
are
looking
down.
like even just look at this. Like this has been over the.
But
last
that's because
6 months.
Bitcoin's killing it. So being that
Yeah.
Bitcoin's killing it, we have a Bitcoin reserve. We're now shooting up. Same. I think
Right.
that's going to shoot up more. Because the thing that I like about Cash App Square, they don't have a lot of noise. There's no other cryptocurrencies. There's no
Right.
all that other shit, Dogecoin and everything. Although I did buy like $100 just in case it blows up.
I still
crazy.
got like a couple hundred in Doge.
You know what I'm saying? It's just Bitcoin. Square is just Bitcoin. We only focus on Bitcoin. You can only buy Bitcoin here, meaning their Bitcoin is just Bitcoin reserves. They have so much. So I think they're a sleeper that people aren't thinking about. But yeah. I think the more you just do it, the more we're doing the right thing. And guys, if you want to follow us, we don't have anything for you.
But we're gonna make a surrounded by idiots stock. We should make a surrounded by idiots stock something
Why wouldn't we do that?
because there's nobody to run it.
Well, you see what I'm doing.
But then you would have to post on that. Man, what's
Maestro's-
the jacket?
Well, okay, so
yeah,
I
just
had
fucking-
okay. So I had
With the whole time, look, what's going? Unbutton it. Let it flow.
I dripped some of my hair oil on the jacket. And
All
it
that
had
damn
the
oil.
dots. I'm glad you called it
It's
out.
always on the.
Don't ever not
always
call
on
me
the
out.
on the headphones too. This guy, the headphones just greasy.
Just surrounded by idiots investments, or surrounded by
SBII.
dumbass investments.
Dumbass investments. I made so much money with dumbass investments. What do you mean, dumbass investments? What? Like
Dumbass
you bought a
investments?
Lamborghini? No, I invest with these dumbass investors.
Bro.
DAI. DAI.
Maestro. Maestro.
I like it. I like where this is going.
DAI.
DAI.
Because now I'm actually tired of giving niggas plays on free money. So honestly,
You've only been doing it for like a week.
no, I've been doing this for years. This is just
That is true.
Yeah.
But it's never been collected.
Yeah,
It's always
because I'm just getting to a point where like, okay, I paid off all my debts, and now I can just do asset stuff.
Right, yeah.
So now I'm just like, okay, I can actually, me and all my friends and everyone that I deem worthy to come into the group chat, because you will get kicked the fuck out if you don't participate. But like, yeah, no, come in, learn with us. I've already started a baby portfolio.
We make a Discord.
We should make a Discord.
Surrounded by
Well,
idiots investment
I'll
Discord.
run it, but you just got to show me how to like run it.
I don't know how to work Discord.
I don't know how to work Discord.
That sounds like some Nick would know how to do.
Yeah, Nick. So you ready? Yeah. So we're gonna make a Surrounded by Idiots Discord.
Yeah.
Eventually,
Stock tips, you want to hear about on the show.
Because honestly, that's all I do. After I leave this and stop talking to you, I just go into my fucking cave and watch stock videos and investment videos. You can ask Nick.
Nick is like, it's too much.
I'd be like, nigga, this is too much money, bro. Like,
But-
I can't deal with it all day.
But haven't I been doing this since you've gotten here?
Since I got here.
This isn't like new. Like this isn't like, oh, this
Well, that's
is
why
what
you were ready.
Yeah,
when the
exactly.
election
Like,
happened, yeah.
because I was like, that's why I was positioned before all this happened. Like, okay, I'm just mad I didn't have more money to put in. That's always the problem. You're mad you don't have more to put in. But we're going to start a Discord, and you guys can follow me and Maestro's portfolio. I made a baby portfolio that basically all my favorite companies, it's about 58, 60 companies. And if you just get exposure into all those companies, all you have to do is invest when one of them's down.
That's very true.
And because it's going to go back up.
You want to know something insane? You want to talk about not buying enough of a certain stock.
What happened?
I'll never forget years ago, bro. Years ago. My boy Anthony was like, hey, man, like, it was another one of those like, hey, you got to get in the market type times. And I passively remember him telling me to buy this. He tells me to buy Axon.
Oh no, I just bought I just got an Axon today.
No.
I know. No, I know.
Peep. You don't know.
Ow. I know.
You know what? You know when I bought Axon?
When?
I bought 2 shares. My average cost was $23.73.
How much Axon costs right now?
Axon is at $616.14. Check it out. Those 2 shares, my total return has been $1,184.
So now
off of $50.
So look. So now you see how he's angry at himself? So now what we do here is we start you have, if someone tells you about a stock, you get exposure.
Right.
You don't,
because even
you
I
don't,
could have just not bought any of this.
Yeah, no, exactly. So you did the right thing. You get exposure. You don't have to monkey foot money into it. You can put 10, 50
I like that monkey foot money
into
What is
it.
monkey foot?
I don't know. I just love
it. It sounds like it might be a little racist.
No,
but
it's
I
not.
like it.
But it probably is. You could put $10, $50. You could put $5, $10, $50, $100. I like, when I'm finding a new stock, I like to put $100 on it because I like to see how it's gonna fluctuate. And it's nothing like looking at things from a whole $100 and seeing it go down to 90. It's like, okay, I could put 10 and it could keep it at 100, and then when it goes up, it'll turn into 110 or 115.
Right, I see what you're saying.
You know, so if we would have did that and you would have just held your exposure, and then every time Axon went down, you put just a little bit, $5 into it.
Facts. Well, how do you can't buy $5 of it?
Yes, you can.
Really?
You can buy $5. You don't have to buy a whole share.
No.
Where are you buying stocks at?
Robinhood.
Yeah, they invented that.
Yeah, Robinhood is the one that started fractional
Well, whenever
shares.
I try to buy like just some of a stock, it'll just be like, nah.
No, you have to go to the top right and change it to dollars.
You have to change it to dollars. Hold on, let me see.
He's like, oh my
I wanted
God.
to buy
This
stocks.
entire time I've been buying. Bro, I don't buy. I just buy $100.
Oh, so I see what you're saying. Oh, now let me see. Trade, buy. Okay, so wait. So, I think I see.
Also,
Shares.
get out of Robinhood.
Wait, buying dollars? Yeah, buying dollars. And then, how would I transfer all my stuff over?
Fidelity. If you go over to Fidelity, you can transfer all your stuff. Like you could do. Nick is in the process of doing that now, so he can let you know how to do that.
Okay.
But Robinhood, like I told you, has robbed me, and it will rob you. Like, if they did it once, they'll do it again, especially in this type of market. Right. They will do that shit again.
Especially if you're making too much money.
Yeah, bro. They'll stop you again. Fidelity is where wealthy people put they have physical branches you can go into. You can
hold someone accountable.
You know what I'm saying? I can go be in there with where's my money?
Right.
I could, somebody can be held hostage. You know what I'm saying? But
Robinhood is just
Robinhood. We got you. Who is it? Elusive.
We're taking money from you and giving it to the poor, but not really.
No, we're really just robbing you. We're
robbing
the hood.
I like how we went through all the phases at the same time. Damn. What make it so easy for you broke niggas to buy stocks? You just swipe up. It's just like TikTok. Don't you know?
Don't you know? It's so easy. No, get away from that.
You can buy fractional shares.
Fidelity is
Can you buy fractional shares at Fidelity?
Yeah, Fidelity's not sexy. Like, it's not like neon lights when you go into fucking Robinhood.
Yeah,
and
like they done changed the color now.
Bright green. And, look at you. You're in it. I'm in it. Ah!
Yeah. I'm about to go make some money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It feels like a sports betting app.
It's a setup. It is, bro.
Yeah.
It is. It's a setup. Go to Fidelity, where all the rich white people are, and set up a...
What about Mr. Schwab?
Charles Schwab is another one of the rich white people ones.
Is he still alive?
I don't know. He can't be. But Charles Schwab, Fidelity, those seem to be... I've never used Charles Schwab, but from what I can tell, that's where the wealth goes.
That's where... Yeah, I know.
Webull and all of that, that's where people go to trade. I'm not like...
Webull, I've heard of that.
Webull and what's the name of the other ones, Nick? Public.
Webull, Public, and that's it now.
Yeah. Like,
Boy, fuck you talking about. Charles R. Schwab is alive and well. That nigga was born 1937. He is 87 years old. He lives in Sacramento, California. He has 5 children, and his net worth's about $10.8 billion. That nigga is sitting pretty. Look
wait,
at
you
him.
can meet Charles Schwab?
To this day, you probably can meet Charles Schwab. This is back in the day when he was, his
Big
moving to
Dick
shake it.
Charles? Like, bro, no, because that's Big Dick Charles right there, bro. Because keep it a beam, because it's like, yeah, I got my new Charles Schwab card. It's like, yeah, my name's in your pocket. like all the wealthy people, because you get there's a Charles Schwab Amex or a Charles Schwab Chase card or something like that,
And they got that.
and that's one of the wealthy.
Yeah.
You got my name in your card, like that's
And I don't tell you niggas nothing that I tell my real inside circle.
my kids.
My kid, we over here, all the companies we talking about, he's like, oh yeah, I bought and sold those already.
Yeah, you don't even know. The company that I'm invested in hasn't even been invented yet.
They're all penny stocks.
Like,
He's like, yeah, I have about 2 million of those.
wait till February.
I'll just acquire something, raise the stock price, and show.
And this is why
This is what they do.
And this is why you get an Equinox membership, as well as Equinox. That's not enough money. That's fake. You got to get a golf. You're actually on the right path. You're the one that's gonna be on the right path for us.
I got to be at the
You
LA
gotta
Country
get
Club.
You got to get a country club membership. You have to.
200,000 a year.
The channel will be at 100,000 within a year. So it's called growth, baby. Exponential growth. We'll be
Youngest
at
nigga at the country club. What
Yeah.
up, baby?
Yeah, exactly. And we're gonna be like, come on, let's go shoot at the country club. Get kicked out.
Yeah. Not on my membership.
Not
You know-
you don't get your.
You know how much I had to get in here, and then the down payment, and then whenever they have a charity function, I always kick in.
It's 2,000 a plate. It's 2,000 a plate, LeMicah, and you want to do your buffoonery?
Well, it's open bar, right? No. Just took care of 2 old fashions.
It's bad. It's bad.
Oh,
it's
man.
bad. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. You were talking about Donald Trump.
I mean, what more is there to say?
It's funny because he feels like he's the president already.
Listen, he's already come out here with mandates, standing in front. Fuck it, we'll do it live has a new meaning with this guy.
Wanted to bring this up. I voted for Kamala. I'm
we
gonna
all
start
saw.
that with all.
We all saw.
We all saw. I did it right here. Voted for Kamala. What if the bad timeline was Trump getting shot? I feel like in that moment there was 2 timelines that could have happened because the bullet was so close.
And there was 2
And I
bullets.
really
one
think
here, one.
I think somebody maybe have, because because probably like everybody thought it would be the right thing to assassinate. And then I feel like maybe it was too close.
I think also, no bullshit.
I think we would have had the bad timeline if he would have got shot, because it would have radicalized people so much.
Yes.
And the guns would have came out.
Oh no, for sure.
Like
For
the
sure.
the white, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like
And then the super far left wouldn't have done any favors, because it would have been a bunch of people applauding and cheering death.
It
would have been animalistic.
Now it's war, because now you're one side. This is our hero.
Him dying would have created the civil war that they talk about him creating.
Yes.
Yes.
So I really think that in some weird way, you know how, remember the tale of the man who bumped his crop, died, and then they came to take his son, but his son broke his leg, so they couldn't take him to war. It's like terrible things happen, but like,
What fucking
maybe it's
what
for the
tale
best.
was this? The man, but the crops, and then he tripped and it failed. He broke his leg, and then there was no war.
Can you search the story?
Say it again.
Old man, son breaks his leg.
So basically, his son was going to be an athlete or something.
He's supposed to do something, breaks his leg. But it's an old Chinese tale. And then, but they come to take him to war.
What sport was he playing?
It wasn't a sport. It was just something like he couldn't help tend to the farm or some shit.
Nigga was in karate class. Broke his
Yeah.
shit. Ah!
What you're looking for? Here, let me just screenshot this for Mike.
Yeah. Okay. It's a parable.
I have so much information in here that I can't disseminate right.
Useless, but useful. Let's see.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. Wait. I was just thinking of this song.
Wake up, wake up. What
No,
home
this is
Oh, it's Sting. I think
Take me home.
we talked about this so much.
Yeah, okay, we did. But no, I feel like that maybe, and I know black people might be getting mad at me for saying that, because like I just feel like maybe now that the right is tamed and they're like, hey, you're voting, your voice is heard, your voting counts.
Right.
Maybe they won't bring the guns out. But also, this is a very tragic day for women and anybody that needs abortions in a lot of states. I recommend moving to a state that will help you.
Allow such activity. Well, also you can go to another state and get it done as well.
There, some states are making it so if you
Well,
they're
saying that
you do that. Well, now they.
But how could
But
you
now they
track
have
that?
the power.
But
to,
how could you even try?
Yeah, but that's the thing. They put things in law, and then it's like, how do you try it? They figure out ways to make it work in their favor.
Right.
Like you're giving them
what's
new powers to play with.
But I feel like this, in all honesty, other than a running point, what's really to gain from doing that?
Okay, so
I don't think that anybody's going to. I think the radical, religious groups for sure makes sense. But other than that, I don't see.
I just know there's so many loopholes. Young Thug is free, and they tried
What a loophole.
They tried to seize all his assets. The prosecutor asked to seize all his assets, and if you know about lawful seizure or something like that, when a cop pulls you over, if you just have cash,
they can just
seize it.
It's facts.
And then you have to fight to get your cash back.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but the fight to get your cash back will cost sometimes more
than the cash.
Cash that was there.
And they do that because they want you to leave the cash.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like they're always going to find some type of way to exploit a new law that is somehow able to give cops more power to, or
But that wouldn't even be a cop thing. That's what I'm getting at. It's like it would cost more money to create groups and to create systems to track down something that's not actually going to make anyone more money.
Let me give you an example. So a woman leaves, gets an abortion. Guy calls the police, says she terminated our baby. Then she went to another state to do it. She lives.
But this is like. This is different. This is tangible. Like nigga, you're laying.
I'm giving you a real.
But that's
situation.
Laid out. Like if it's, I'll give you a situation. Any other situation other than that. Motherfucker says, hey, I think I'm gonna have this abortion. Well, it is really nice over in Seattle this time of month. Yeah, I would like to get a little Airbnb and look at the rain and chill out with maybe my significant other who also agrees we should have this abortion.
And then you come back.
And then you
go,
go,
wait a goddamn minute, weren't you pregnant?
It'd be like, no.
Yes,
because I did it within 3 months? 4 months? I probably wasn't even showing yet necessarily. You don't have to know. It doesn't seem like, once again, it shouldn't be a thing that they have to do.
My mom was crying yesterday, like real tears.
But did she cry the first time you won?
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no. She was crying, and she was very like distraught, and like she's like, it's gonna happen. He's gonna come for us. We gotta figure out an escape route. Where are we gonna go? I was like, I'm going to Colombia. And she was like, what? but we have to. I said, no, you
You need
can
to-
come to Colombia.
or you can forge a plan.
Or-
and I want to make sure I know where you're going on this plan.
Yeah.
But I don't
But
necessarily.
I don't have to go there with you.
I think we
And
might
then
want to
she-
go different places.
She said, let's go to England.
No,
I said, if America fails,
England is
England is right.
England is
behind-
currently failing.
Yeah, I'm like,
They're gonna
she
fail.
was like,
before
yeah,
us.
but we have to go to a superpower. I was like, if America fails, it's all over.
Yeah, especially for what superpower nonsense we're used to.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
there's no, if it collapses in America, Canada's done, Europe's done. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
over. So you go to where?
It's like the
South
Sopranos.
America.
This is crazy. This is literally like the Sopranos.
That's where
It's
the
like-
Nazis went.
What? Oh, they all went to South America?
Yeah, the Nazis all went to South America. They're in like, where are the Nazis at? There's like
Brazil.
they're in Brazil. Yeah, it's like a
And,
colony in Brazil or
yeah,
something
and
like
there's
that.
like a couple of other ones. What's the one at the bottom?
Argentina,
Chile or
Chile.
Yeah,
It's Chile.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where all the Nazis went.
South America.
And then it's United States after that.
Yeah.
Well, we needed scientists. How do you think we got to the moon?
Wait, how many Nazis do you think that we really got? 'Cause
A lot.
High on that list.
I mean,
We got a lot of Nazis.
how many successful German-led companies do we have in America?
You also have to understand they were allowed to do an experiment thing on things that like
that are supposed,
that are like
are-
fringe and
Yeah.
like you're not supposed to do that.
like you
And,
shouldn't
like,
even do it to monkeys.
That's
if you're-
against.
yeah.
That's like against humanity. Like that's crazy that you're doing that.
But these niggas
but
are
since
like-
you've done it already and you have some knowledge,
No, that will not work.
No.
No, this will not work.
what do you
We
mean?
experimented
We've
with
done
babies.
this already.
We've done this. We've done this.
We've done it to the
A
babies.
little bit of cyanide. It's harmless. It's harmless.
How do we know how long it takes for us to actually die after we're incapacitated?
Nazis probably. They was like they probably just had a line of people who was just like next. Choke them out. It's just
Bring the next one in.
it's fucking nuts.
That is ridiculous.
It's
Bro,
ridiculous.
there
And-
was one thing I saw at the Holocaust Museum, bro. There was one scientist out there. This motherfucker was just trying to figure out eye color. It was like we should be able to give everybody blue eyes, right? This motherfucker's just like on people's eyes. You know they're not putting them to sleep. It's just excruciating pain, and then it's just like fuck.
You know what I
They went
attribute-
blind.
Listen, you ever see Hellboy?
Yes.
The original
Yes.
Guillermo?
Mhm.
They're Nazis, and like I'm like
They're not.
like they're like those are that's how I view Nazis. Like the Nazis from Hellboy. Like they were like so dark that they were into black magic. They were because they were experimenting
Well, yeah.
with everything. They were
Yeah.
trying everything.
You know what though? I think it's probably just like
Hydra.
I was gonna say no. It's just like any other system though. I feel like the higher ups in the Nazi party were probably very much on some other shit. Probably even demonic.
PCP.
Well, they were.
Yeah.
We know they were on fucking meth.
Yeah, they were on
You know what I
meth.
mean? Like
Yeah.
so. Yeah, but you gotta think, just like any other organization, like the run of the mill, the foot soldiers, half of them were probably idiots who just were kind of like, I mean, this was going on. I figured like I get health insurance over here with the party, so like, fuck it. Like yeah, or like the first guy to see them do some really terrible shit, and, like that movie moment where he stops and he sees the other ones just like fucking stabbing somebody with a bayonet, and he's just kind of like,
Are we the bad guys? Are we the... Yeah. And I'm over here like, so my mom was crying because she's terrified of what's to come, and she keeps on bringing up stories of civil rights and how it wasn't that far off, it wasn't that long ago, and how we were just free not too long ago either. That's only a couple people ago too. And it's like, it's not that hard. They're really switching it up and making it so it's like they could do a white thing. And but I was just like,
yeah, but what are the signs
I was like,
of
Mom,
that?
we're not Mexican. we don't have to worry about getting deported. Mom, we're not immigrants. We're not illegal immigrants. We don't have to worry about.
Well,
but the thing is, as you keep saying that, it's like you're kind of going down a list. They're gonna get to us eventually. I just feel like we're a little too embedded
This how I
to
look at it.
start.
First off, not saying that. I always say, hey, we're 13% of the population. You can probably do with us what you will. But
No,
what I'm getting at is like in theory, we're outpopulated by so many other races that it's kind of like, okay, fair.
are we? What are we? The third? What are we? Second? We're not second.
Fuck no. Hispanics out. Yeah.
Well, this is their land.
No, I know.
So
but that's
we're
what I'm saying.
third?
So it's whites, Hispanics. We might be lower. Let me see. Major races.
No. And I was about to say we got to start fucking more white girls, but the thing about it is, no, that's dangerous. Don't do it, fellas.
Don't do it, fellas. Let me see. Where's the?
You will lose your entire career. You won't be king anymore.
Yeah.
Just because you tried to run. That nigga was fast. And
Not fast enough.
Not fast enough, and now he's not king.
So I guess we are So it's black. It's white, and then it's Hispanic, and then we're third. Then we're black, and then it's Asian.
Yeah, so we're not gonna be easy to get rid of. You
can't
fuck with us.
But this is what I'm getting at. I feel like a lot of this shit is framed in a way like because of the way that him as a whole is just framed. It leads to these thoughts when it's like, well, who is he? Who are we really trying to get out of this country? People who came here without any due process.
I know, but then
So all I'm saying though is it keeps getting framed like he's trying to kick innocent people in America who were born here out of the country. That's not necessarily what's happening. It's saying that it's gone too far, and there's people who were getting $300 a week for groceries in New York City.
I agree with you.
I could use some grocery
I'm just
money.
saying he's a habitual goalpost mover.
He's a habitual line stepper.
He's a habitual line stepper.
For sure.
And I think that now that he has the power, and I'm just being devil's advocate.
No,
Because
yeah.
honestly, I am a very optimistic person, and I'm praying nothing bad happens. Everything's good. Maybe just the economy starts working.
Oh, there will
be.
be. I just think it's one of those things though too, like the media wise, in a lot of different ways. Like you have to at a certain extent stop framing
Things.
illegal immigration as like a hey, but like Americans don't want to do those jobs. Like whoa.
But see, I'm also kind of scared because it's like now he can go full force with like getting rid of all the immigrants. Like he can go hard now.
And he can go unnecessarily hard.
Unnecessary.
For
He
people
can go
who've been here
unnecessary. Like,
already
he
8-10
has
years,
the full go to do everything he wants to do.
Yeah.
So he can go unnecessarily hard on getting them out to the point where in 3 years he has them all out or like a lot of people out, right? And then we're just us locked in here with him. It's just.
Well, what about all the other Americans who were here before the last few years? I think you'll have other people to talk to. It won't just be him, and then he'll be on his way out.
No,
You know how many there are?
I'm just y'all aren't getting it.
Hold on,
Y'all ain't
I'm
getting
gonna
what
give you some.
Oh no, here we go. Fuck, man. Here it is.
This nigga trying to build new cities and shit. It's actually ridiculous. Hold on, let's start with the quantum leap technology one. Oh no, no sound. No sound. Wait.
Man.
Let's see. Oh wait, maybe it's because I'm not. No, it's always something. Wait, it says it's playing.
$1,000 shoes. Somebody took AI and took a rap song and put my dad with it, and it's like my dad singing the rap song, and I've been singing it for like the past week. And I tried to reach out to the guy whose page it was. I'm like, bro, how can we work together? Because I'm over here thinking in my head like, okay, boom, we start doing this. I own the likeness and the publishing with me and my sisters. So I'm like, boom, we could just run it and you just keep on doing it. We could put it up because
Right.
we own the stuff, so we can actually stream it.
Yeah, so you don't have to deal with
Yeah,
the
and then you know what I'm saying. So you could actually put it out. You should do things with it. Do something with it. I don't know.
You said I don't know. Damn.
No.
All of that, you said no,
No.
nothing.
So Nick, we're gonna take his idea and our own thing.
As you should. You know, when niggas don't want to play ball.
Bro, what are you saying?
No, I'm saying.
Niggas don't want to play ball.
I don't know what I'm saying.
I was like, finish the
I'm
sentence.
trying to figure out how to make this fucking thing work. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm just trying to be strategic and also the words I say in between.
Exactly.
When niggas don't want to play ball, you got to kick them off the team.
Oh no.
Big dreams and daring projects that once seemed absolutely impossible. They pushed across an unsettled continent and built new cities in the wild frontier. They transformed American life with the interstate highway system. Magnificent it was. And they launched a vast network of satellites into orbit all around the earth. But today, our country has lost its boldness. Under my leadership, we will get it back in a very big way. If you look at just 3 years ago, what we were doing was unthinkable. How good it was, how great it was for our country. Our objective will be a quantum leap in the American standard of living. That's what will happen. Here are just a few of the ways we can do it. Almost 1/3 of the landmass of the United States is owned by the federal government, with just a very, very small portion of that land, just a fraction, 1/2 of 1%. Would you believe that? We should hold a contest to charter up to 10 new cities and award them to the best proposals for development. In other words,
It's a
we'll actually
money
build
grab for
new
sure.
cities in our country again. These freedom cities will reopen
Freedom
the frontier,
cities!
reignite American
I bet they're all gonna have
imagination,
Trump's
and
name
give
at the bottom.
hundreds
Oh,
of
you know
thousands
they
of young
will.
people, other
No, like
people,
this, I see the play
all
here. He's gonna be like,
hardworking
I'm gonna
families.
be building. I'm gonna be part owner of all of these new cities in America. It's an angle.
Okay, so Trump Media, he has a stock that he just made called Trump Media and something.
For True Social and everything.
Yeah, so X is probably gonna buy Truth Social eventually. And drive it into there because now him and Elon are in like cahoots. So, I know you guys don't want to get in bed. Some people don't want to get in bed with the enemy, but you
might want to buy some.
You might want to buy some of that stock because obviously he's going to be doing things to make it valuable.
Yeah.
Is Twitter still a stock?
X is not a stock.
Emotional mutilation of our youth. Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care.
By the way,
ridiculous. A process that includes
Wait, time
giving
out
kids.
really quickly. It's crazy to me how this nigga's dropping this shit like fucking like vlogs or like how niggas used to just drop like, hey, hold on, turn the cameras on. Hey, tomorrow what we're gonna do it like this nigga's like like Alex Jones.
No, but
Like, this nigga's just like fucking running. Oh, by the way, what's the other point? Yeah. And we're not gonna deal with any more of the youth saying two genders. It's like, damn, nigga, you are.
so like that's so multi-layered. Like how genius that setup is, because it's like you know who was really running for him, the podcast.
Yeah.
He was doing the podcast runs.
Right.
He was talking to all the streamers. He was at every streamer that would have him.
You're right.
He was on their podcast.
And he went to them.
He went to them. Do you know they were like, Trump, we can help your staff. You know, we can probably help you figure out a easier way to communicate with the we're the biggest streamers in the world.
And then he just says, "Yeah, I'll talk to Elon."
Because you know,
Elon
he went to 5 or 10 of them, but probably there's only 3 companies that are behind all 10 of the ones that he went to.
That's facts.
So it's like, now they're locked in with those companies.
And
so now the president of the United States, we're going to give you we're going to give you the same setup Kai Cenat and, everybody has.
But you know what this
he's going to
comes
be a
from,
streaming president.
You know, I was going to say, but you know what that comes from though, right? You can't give a nigga that, man. Because I'm now that when you started saying all this, I just started thinking, me hasn't accomplished a fraction of what me. There's no way you're going to put me in a room with all these people who have a bigger platform. And I know I'm a bigger draw than all of these niggas, technically. And I sit there and just look around. So you guys are using two cameras?
Okay, yeah. And that just goes with you everywhere. It's portable.
And Jamie just Googles everything. That's
That's
incredible.
that's a camera? What do you mean that's a camera?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They make them so tiny now. So tiny.
Wow. That's a 360.
Then he
the
sees
entire room.
Then he sees the niggas who are doing bullshit.
Wait, this is live right now from that? How is it going to?
Exactly. And then he gets in the
and
car. Yeah, he gets in. You know, like. No, really nice setup you got here.
Beautiful setup, best
that
setup I've ever
nigga gets
seen.
in the car. He goes, Elon, what do I need to buy? I need cameras.
No. He took their company. He took the production company. Oh, sir, anything you need? Okay, yeah. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be the biggest thing.
It's gonna be It's gonna be the biggest.
Streaming.
They won't know.
We're gonna have our own streaming. It's gonna be our own platform. It's gonna be the most beautiful streaming.
Freedom TV coming in fall.
You see, you said that.
Freedom TV.
You said that, right?
I've been working with the American government to try and create something that is really great for America.
Yeah.
The president should be able to speak to the people
Propaganda
24
channel.
hours a day. Man,
It's starting.
1987.
Propaganda channel. It's
Yes.
starting.
I won't lie. This is the most propaganda shit I've seen.
This is the most prophetic shit we've said. Because I bet you it happens.
For sure. Yeah.
Well, like
Yo, imagine Freedom TV. Freedom TV brought to you by InfoWars.
Alex Jones at 2 p.m.
Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson at 5.
Joe Rogan at 8 because he prime spot. He's the
spot.
biggest voice. Have to have the biggest spot.
We're doing 15 million daily listeners. Actually, it might be more than that.
We're showing the UFC on Sunday.
Oh,
Dana White, the best man in the world. Love Dana. Beautiful breath. Beautiful wife.
Bro.
It's coming.
Fuck a TED Talk. ET talks. Elon talks.
It's coming.
ET tonight.
There's never been a company, there's never been a man as Elon Musk is about to be, like, if he plays his cards right, he can be, what's George Bush's guy?
George Bush's guy.
George Bush's guy who actually was running the company. Not Mitt Romney. They made a movie about him. George Bush's guy. They made a movie about him. It was starring Christian Bale.
Wait.
The guy that shot
Yeah, he
his friend
shot
in the
somebody.
face.
Okay, I'm making sure we're thinking. I know exactly what you're talking about. Because he
bad.
shot the nigga while duck hunting.
While duck hunting.
I thought you were a duck, huh?
He was vice president.
El Vice Presidente.
What's his name?
The name. Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney. Oh, but no, but
He can. Elon
no,
can be his
but
Dick
right,
Cheney.
he could be. But let's be real. Dick Cheney. And who was Dick Cheney? Who did he back?
Halliburton.
No, who did he back this fucking election?
Who?
Kamala.
He did.
Yes.
He did.
The Cheneys were with Kamala.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
That was big. Yeah, you're right.
well, wow, because they're rich. Okay.
Yeah, and they're war
because he
hawks.
probably saw.
He
Well,
saw the
okay.
opportunity for war.
Oh,
And he
no.
said, "Oh yeah."
And he was against. Oh no.
Yeah.
And Elon was like, nah. And Oh,
That's
no,
what
because
I'm-
Dick Cheney does love war, and he went with
Yes.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Let me look this up because it's Dick Cheney has Dick Cheney.
He is. Dick Cheney is 9/11.
Yeah,
Dick
but
Cheney is
Halliburton.
the war in Afghanistan. Yeah, no, I said
He was
Halliburton.
chairman from 1995 to 2000.
Yes.
And received stock options. In the run-up to the Iraq War, Halliburton was awarded $7 billion contracts, for which only Halliburton was allowed to bid. They were the only people allowed to bid. What is the point of a bid if there's only one person allowed to?
And he's the slimiest nigga
Oh, for
of
sure.
all time. So him going for Kamala
Bro, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
is
saying.
dark.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
I think
possibly we're in the
No.
better timeline.
I think Elon could do all of those things because let's be real, he has massive, weapons contracts and stuff with the U.S. government and all these things. But it does seem like he's making enough other products and he's doing other shit that he doesn't have to want to push war.
Yeah.
He could be that. Not saying he couldn't be, but like,
No, why would he want to push war? Eli, that doesn't make sense in his he
wants money to go to Mars.
He wants money to. That's
That's it, really.
He doesn't want. He wants to put his satellites in space so he can monitor everybody and go to Mars.
Yes.
And he's gonna get it now.
Yeah.
Well, he was actually sending. He was sending. What's the What's the name of
Starlink.
it? Starlink over to
Ukraine.
to Ukraine and everything.
Because they didn't have. But he was also saying things like,
He was sending Starlink over battleground states.
"Oh yeah,"
And
I did
people
hear
were
about that.
saying that could have been an interference in the elect. Like he could have done.
Yeah, all those votes.
He has a satellite hovering over.
Bro,
I'm not saying.
map's
I'm just
so
saying.
red, it's
I'm
ridiculous.
just saying, Maestro, be logical.
I'm not saying he can't do certain crazy things.
Yeah, I don't know what he's capable of.
Yeah, no, I agree.
With those satellites hovering over
Well, you know what?
battleground states.
Well, why don't you build some? I feel like that he's the kind of nigga who's just like, look, man, you got a problem with me doing it. Why don't y'all make some satellites and then we can make sure they all safe? Huh? How about we do that? I mean, if you want to make satellites, why don't you just make them?
This is about to be wild for the next 4 years.
All the protocol is online.
Trump's about to gut NASA.
We don't need it. We have SpaceX.
I'm not joking. Like
I'm ready for that.
He'll gut NASA
What? And put it in SpaceX.
and put it in SpaceX.
But once again, Elon's gonna get more shit. See, this is once again why
Buy
I'm saying,
Tesla, guys. Like it
No, for
might
real.
look high right now.
No,
it
buy
might
that
look
shit.
high right now, and you can even wait for a dip. But get exposure to Tesla. That man is next to the president.
Yeah, they said he's even, which I think is way too far. But they said he's even like in the room when he's talking to certain world leaders
Yeah.
and shit like that. And it's just like, whoa.
Yeah, we're compromised
Yeah, for sure.
fully.
But
That's a South African. That's not.
that's what
That is not.
a South African who lived during apartheid.
And I also want to let it be known that racism is in his DNA. There's no like, even if he's like loves it and loves black people, there's something that's embedded in him because he was in South
his
Africa
father.
during the apartheid.
And apparently his father was a real.
And his father was like literally stereotypical. What do you think of a white man in apartheid in South Africa, like owning mines and stuff like that? So all I'm saying is, even if Elon loves black people, there's something that he's seen, known, and experienced that there is absolutely no way there isn't some type of deep-seated racism inside of him.
Of some
There's
sort.
some inside of me. But like, you were in South Africa during apartheid
And you're wealthy.
and you're wealthy, bro. There's something in you.
And you're a genius. But see, here's the other.
Also, I'm sorry, Elon. I'm not talking shit. Maybe I'm not.
But no, but this is what I'm saying too. It's something about being a genius too, though. I think it's tougher because you can usually come to a mathematical or logical conclusion
Of why you're racist.
So yeah, for sure, 100%. Or you know how to eloquently explain it so well, where it's like you could file this under racism if you want to, but it's not racism. It's just these.
Nah, bro.
These
He when he
I
started
like enjoying my
when-
dinner, and there's nobody talking loudly next to me. If that makes me racist.
He's a little louder than that. Get rid of DEI.
Yeah, he wasn't fucking with
he does because he's been sued because Tesla has a lot of problems. Like, especially in their factories, their workers, there's so many complaints. And there's also been a lot of racial complaints.
No, I hear that. But I mean, it's also an American company.
It's a big American company. You're going to get that.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
fine. But this is actually one of those companies where, like, that motherfucker walks around.
Let's make him in China.
He can't.
No,
now.
this is what I'm getting at, though. That's kind of also my other point. I'm like, yeah, you don't hear about fucking racial problems at Nike or in the Nike factory. You know why? Because you don't hear about the problem of it also being children. Like, no one gives a fuck. You hear about this shit because it's an American company. People's feelings get hurt. They go to HR. There's no fucking HR where they're making your Louis Vuitton handbag. There's no HR where they're making your iPhone. Go fuck yourself. That's HR. Go jump off the top of the building. Oops, we put nets there.
You can't die.
Welcome back.
Now you're going into the bad room.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
Now all you're doing is refurbishing iPhone 14s. How you like that?
I love that how we can make trauma digestible humor. I think that is a superpower of ours because this is awful.
No, well, it is awful. But my point
But
being,
we're
it's
buying
like,
Nikes.
That's my biggest issue. Is like we give these people the money. We know what they do with it to an extent, and then we complain about.
But also
we complain about communism and fascism and all of these things that this guy's supposed to do from a device that was made by people who actually do it.
because it's not here, you do it there.
Yeah, but see that's my
Get it
point.
out of my fucking
it's
face.
crazy.
Get it out of my fucking
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. If you're making technology on the low,
Yeah.
if
Cause
the world can't take it anymore.
Their little hands are aching
To
on the
the
floor.
Oh, baby, I don't want to know
How you made my iPhone 14. How you made my Nike. How you made my Jordan Air. Mans feel so damn hand. Yeah. Shout out Steven.
Yep. What label was that signed to?
Oh, fuck. Shout out Mario and everybody and my Aunt Joy. I love you
Shout
all.
out everyone around the situation. No, there was a what? Oh, I wanted to show the freakouts. The people freaking out.
Oh, I thought
These-
freak. See, now I can't even hear freak
Oh,
out
you
without
heard
freak offs.
Do. Oh, let's talk about this. By
Freak
the way,
out.
did you not see this map?
Is that Bitcoin? Is that some type of
No.
chart showing me how much money I'm making on the stock market?
No, that is not. This is a chart that basically showed what voting was like all the years prior and this year. Pretty consistent, right? What the fuck happened in 2020? You're telling me that many more people came out in 2020? Mind you, I don't know, but that is pretty crazy. That is a hell of a fucking jump.
Looks like to me everybody's benefited from that. How about you go back? Let's go back from 2012. Let's go back a little further.
Well, I don't have that map, but I can look for it.
I know, like, you don't have to if that's not, but I would like to see a little further because right there, all I see is
Well, this is the first time it was the easiest to vote, too.
no. All I see is Obama, Donald Trump, Biden, Donald Trump.
No, Hillary, Donald Trump.
No, I'm talking about winners. I'm only seeing the winners. So
But
that's
this
Obama.
popular vote,
2012, that's Obama.
But that makes sense. Yeah.
2016, that's Donald.
It's Trump he won, yeah.
Then here, oh my God, we're in quarantine. We're locked in our fucking house. There's so much happening. What is happening? We are outside protesting. You want us to put highlights
Right.
or you want us to inject. You want us to inject
But that hadn't
bleach
happened yet.
into us?
This is right.
Yeah, no, that's literally what that is.
But explain this to me. No,
That's
but
the 2020 elections. That happens in November.
20 million people, 20 million more people vote than generally who vote. Like, by the way, just
Everybody was. No one had to go to work.
65 million is we're talking popular vote. 65, bro. That's an insane.
We really do have to, but we have to do. I will say that is a crazy inflated number, but we've never been in a pandemic where everyone's in the house.
But now
I understand why those numbers are.
But
inflated.
now we're gonna say that this year the most who came out to vote was what 74 million.
Yeah, because
so
after they did it, they were like
82 million.
Yeah,
that because
they were like, no. They after yeah, no. I get it. I'm not.
Oh, that's 2008.
Oh, look. Okay, 2000. Little growth. 20. Yeah, I mean that doesn't look. That doesn't.
We've never voted over 66 million for real.
69.
Where's the 69? Oh, 69. Yeah. And the Obama year? So you're telling me more people came out to vote for Joe Biden than Obama?
A pandemic.
But
no one is allowed to work.
I'm not saying more, but also mail-in ballots. That's why sure.
No one's allowed to work. Pandemic. I am stuck in my house. I haven't been able to work for months. I am. People are out protesting right now. Yes, 100%. I do. Yes. Yeah, I totally understand why more people were able and willing to go out.
I'm not saying that makes sense, but 20.
No, I'm just giving you a reason why it makes sense.
That just seems like a lot.
I see where your side is, and I see where my side is. You know, I get where you're coming from. I'm telling you, I think there's a reason. Now, maybe somebody put their foot on the scale a little bit. But I do see why.
Maybe a little 5 million bit.
I'm not going to say what you're saying. All I'm saying is maybe. I don't put anything past anybody that Dick Cheney endorses.
Fair. Now, look, I'll give you that. We can fair. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not putting anything past it. I'm just saying I see why it would be higher.
Yeah.
And
I understand that. I agree with that. I don't think it should be the same. No.
Yeah.
I was just shocked that it's by that much.
I think that the most interesting fact about what that was that this was the first time that Trump outright won the
popular vote. Yeah.
That man won.
This morning feeling spicy. You guys feel spicy? Because I do. All right. I don't know how to use this thing. Let's see what happens.
Your hair's gonna
Is
come
this
off.
cutting off hair? I'm gonna have to cut it shorter than that. Buzz it down, right?
She's cutting off her hair
This
because
is
Donald Trump won.
It's getting hair. Let's see here.
Okay.
I gotta cut it. Here we go. Have I given up on America? Have. Also given up on coloring this hair because, right? Fuck
She's
coloring
the
my
reason
hair.
why my mom comes
Fuck
in and
having my hair
cries.
be long and luxurious.
Because people make a huge deal out of it.
I'm crying. My sadness is over. My anger has set in. I am a very petty person, and I am very proud of that. Love it about myself, actually. And so, I say this in the most disrespectful way possible. I don't care if you are my family. I don't care if you're my friend. I don't care if we've been friends our entire lives. You can literally go fuck yourself if you voted for Donald Trump. If you are so sad about your groceries being expensive, get a better fucking paying job. Do better in life. Get a fucking education. Do something. Because you are fucking stupid. And I hope you go jump off of a fucking bridge.
Wait. I wanted to show that one because it's just the fact of like, wow. So you're just so. That's where I get at. Like, so you're past the logic. You said if you're just so upset that your groceries are high, get a better fucking paying job. But I would assume that you were going for the side that was about joy and like helping others, right? So I'm lost on what you really are.
Let's talk about tipping. Because, like, fuck.
No tax on tips.
Well, first and foremost. And secondly, I've seen somebody be like, I don't give a fuck if your Uber Eats is too expensive. If you can't afford to tip, don't order it.
Well, then
fuck
you wouldn't have well, then you wouldn't have a job. Because if everybody,
first and foremost,
because if everybody who didn't have the fucking money to tip, if everybody who didn't have the money to tip didn't order Uber Eats would be out of business.
Also, hey, Uber driver, I've driven Uber before. The fuck? Do you like? I'm appreciative. when people would give like a tip. Like that's awesome. Like
Right, yeah.
an extra $20. Oh shit, that's a whole ride. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's great. But I never got mad at people not tipping. Not once.
Right.
Not once.
Yeah.
Like I don't expect anyone to tip. Like it's like, and like coming from like that service, like I'm glad I did that so like I can actually know what it was like and actually like.
It's good to do those sometimes. You be like, oh, this is what this is.
Oh, like you really got to bust your ass for like 8 hours in that car and really pick and go and drop.
You know what I did once because I thought it'd be some quick, easy money?
What?
I dropped off Amazon packages. I did it for a day.
Nigga,
I said, I saw this. I was like, well, I'm just at the crib. I could make, like a quick $150.
Yes.
Bro.
Well, what was it?
Bro, the app that they had you using to do it, think it was called like Amazon Now or some shit like the app that they had, it would send you all in these fucking backwards ass like ways to get places. So like I would pass a location that I would have to come back to.
Absolutely not.
Terrible.
Absolutely.
And then on top of that, then this is before they started making everybody wear the fucking little vest thing.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you drop some shit off, niggas be walking out the door like,
yeah. And who the fuck on my porch?
Who's this nigga on my porch?
Yeah.
Randy.
Yeah.
Bro, when I tell you, I was like, bro, I went to the warehouse. I got the stuff. I didn't finish all the deliveries. I took that shit back and I just threw it back.
I'm done.
I said, I'm never doing this again. But it was, man, it made me realize, I was like, man, motherfuckers be going through it with some of these apps.
No, I overextended myself and I needed some money. And I was like, okay, I'm working, but at night I can Uber.
Which car did you do it in?
The Prius. I bought that Prius just in case times got hard.
You should have used the Audi because then you could do luxury rides.
Yeah, you're right. But that's so much gas. But you're right. But also the Audi, I was fixing it up. Like
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The
The Prius was
makes all the sense.
Yeah. So like I was doing it, and like if you drive for like 6 hours, you can make like 200.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like you get to pick your own hours. You get to turn off your thing, get to where you want to go, pick where it is. It's actually very convenient. If you don't have a Prius, it don't make sense.
Yeah. But
it helped me, but it also like gave me ground to be like, fuck you. That's still money that they're getting. Like that $20, $25, $15, the amount I will say they are fucking people. Like Uber is taking way too much money. Yeah. And it is not fair because they don't have to make that much money to run a service for a group, a car share service like that.
Yeah, but we gotta
so much money.
We gotta move this food, and we gotta have these AI bots deliver your food too. Who's making the AI bots? You think that's free?
We are the Uber drivers. I keep saying we are like I'm still an Uber.
Yeah,
driver.
and they sitting here like, look, man, we're not gonna be able to not pay these niggas with no insurance and nothing for long. Don't worry, we got the robots on the way.
We got the robots on the way.
Robots on the way.
And that's why I was thinking about buying a Tesla. My mom's like, you can't buy a Tesla, and I'm like, yikes, because you're gonna be mad. Because like that's why I'm thinking about buying a Tesla because if you get a new one, you can make an autonomous driving car. So you buy a Tesla and just let it go make money for you.
Mm-hmm. It's like a Waymo.
Yeah, like a Waymo, but it's also your personal car.
Yep.
And then like, oh my God, that's just money.
He also has the Tesla taxi he's coming up with, or the cab. Yeah,
it's happening.
Yep.
It's happening.
Like it or not.
And then he said, didn't Trump say he was going to look into transportation or something? He's probably going to put Elon over transportation or something like that. So look for a Tesla Airlines coming soon. It's probably going to buy Spirit. He should. So many possibilities to make money in the future, guys.
There's a lot. A whole lot.
It's a whole lot of possibilities. So just get ready. Set your.
There's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. Yeah.
Where we going now?
Costa Rica. No, I'm kidding. Where are we going? I mean, all I got is political stuff. You can be like, no, I don't want to talk about politics. Oh, this is the guy who's going to be over the border. Tom Homan.
I've served my.
This is
First of all, your comments are disgusting. I've served my country. I've served my country for 34 years.
I find your comments
this is out of
disgusting
control.
as well.
I've served my country for 34 years, and yes, I held a 5-year-old boy in my arms. In back of that tractor trailer, I knelt down beside him and said a prayer for him because I knew what his last 30 minutes of his life were like, and I had a 5-year-old son at the time. What I've been trying to do in my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives. So for you to sit there and insult my integrity and my love for my country and for children, that's why this whole thing needs to be fixed. And you're the member of Congress.
We agree on that.
Fix it.
We agree on that, but I disagree. But I also disagree with your characterization of immigrants as prone to criminality.
People for 3 decades on this.
Gentlemen, time is.
Look, you want to know why there's 50,000 people in detention? You want to know why we have 1 million illegal entries in the United States? You want to know why we have these issues? Because you have failed to secure the border. You have failed to work with this president to close the 3 loopholes we've asked for 2 years to close. So if you want to know why this issue exists, you need to look in the mirror. You have failed American people for not securing the border and closing loopholes.
Mr. Homan,
Look,
please respect the chair and the authority of the chair. The time of the gentleman has expired.
I've asked you politely to let me go beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not to Tom Homan. He's going to get me go beyond his time.
Mr. Homan, we have approved
Wait, I'm going to show you
agreement
these
between
2 people he's
the
appointed so
Republicans
far.
and the
They're not
Democrats
playing,
with the
bro.
ranking member. We increased the time of one witness, one member of Congress.
When he talks to AOC.
Homan,
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
So the recommendation of the many that you recommended family separation,
I recommend a 0 tolerance.
which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
0 tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Holman,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
Yeah, they are.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
You better start packing now. Yo, that nigga's not playing, bro.
That nigga's ill.
I'm like, yo.
That nigga's
yo.
ill.
And so that's one of the guys, and then this is the other guy, who he's Stephen Miller, Deputy Chief of Staff.
In the country are going to be the first to get thrown out of here. All these
Day one.
all these criminal migrants that have been flooded in the country are going to be the first to get thrown out of here. I mean, you've seen case after case, these heartbreaking tragedies. Those ones are going to get found and deported first. And look at this Venezuelan gang. You have a Venezuelan gang that is taking over entire apartment buildings in Aurora, Colorado, and that's responsible, by the way, for some of the most heinous crimes that have happened all over the United States. The crime rate in Venezuela is down, I believe, a little bit over 60% over the last several years.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They're like, these motherfuckers, and then he ends up, wait, look at what he's.
And Venezuela is a Bitcoin country, too.
Now look at this.
Who is she? Who is Laken Riley? Who is yelling again? Because I'm yelling because children trusting the fact that Kamala Harris is letting illegal immigrants into this country who are raping and murdering children.
I had been very respectful. Why are you yelling?
Do you know who Jocelyn Ungary is? Do you know who she is?
Do you know how many people is experiencing violence in Caracas?
Who is she? Who is Laken Riley?
Why are you yelling again?
Because I'm yelling because children are being raped and murdered.
I was just asking for figures, and you have not replied to me about those figures.
Murdered. Do you know who Kayla Hamilton is?
You trust the numbers of Nicolas Maduro? I'm asking again.
I trust a ruthless dictator will empty his prisons and send their criminals to our country.
So you trust his numbers?
The most dangerous gang in Venezuela is
You
now
trust Nicolas Maduro?
I trust that he does not want his criminals to be...
So you believe in his numbers?
I believe he's sending his criminals to our country.
And do you think that the crime rate in Venezuela have decreased?
Do you not believe the law enforcement reports of Venezuelan gangs in this country?
I was asking for the Venezuelan government figures, not the figures here.
Are Venezuelan gangs in this country or not? Yes or no?
What
yes
are the figures that you say to say that in Caracas?
This guy's arguing. He's like, well, you believe the numbers of Maduro? But he keeps trying to get him on that, and he's just basically like, no, that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is these people are coming here.
Yeah.
And he's like, so the figures from Maduro, so it's just like, yeah. Well, but either way.
They're about to have a little more trouble coming here.
Yeah, and then.
Doing very early in the administration is closing up the Department of Education in Washington, D.C., and sending all education and education work and needs back to the states. We want them to run the education of our children because they'll do a much better job of it. You can't do worse. We spend more money per pupil by 3 times than any other nation, and yet we're absolutely at the bottom. We're one of the worst. So you can't do worse. We're going to end education coming out of Washington, D.C. We're going to close it up, all those buildings all over the place, and you have people that in many cases hate our children. We're going to send it all back to the states. Thank you very much.
I don't know if y'all...
With that, I found an article on that.
Okay.
So here's the crazy thing about that. Apparently, people have ran on this before. In the first GOP presidential debate last month, 4 candidates called for eliminating the U.S. Department of Education. In doing so, they embraced the same position as frontrunner Donald Trump. For starters, eliminating the department is hardly a new notion. Republicans have been calling for the abolition pretty much since its inception in 1979. In 1980, the year after Jimmy Carter fulfilled a campaign pledge to the National Education Association by creating the department, Ronald Reagan pledged to dismantle it. What actually happened, though, was Terrell Bell, Reagan's first education secretary, launched the Blue Ribbon Commission that pinned a nation at risk to help forestall such a move by making the case of department's importance. So it's been in politics the whole time. So what do you mean by abolishing the Department of Education? Okay. Congress could vote to abolish the department and then simply move all of its programs, funds, and personnel to other departments or agencies. Indeed, this seems most likely to happen since none of the candidates have voiced enthusiasm for eliminating or even cutting Department of Education funding for Title I, special education, or Pell Grants. On this count, I remember the former U.S. Representative Michelle Bachmann, who, when running for the presidency in 2012, called for the department's elimination on the campaign trail and then flew back to the Capitol to vote for maintaining special education outlays. So does abolishing the department mean getting the federal government out of education by eliminating federal education programs and staff? That course seems truest to the plan, meaning the promise, but also the toughest to honor. Might just mean handing programs to other agencies or cabinet departments. So I feel like that's probably what will end up happening.
Ask ChatGPT.
Well, that'll say anything. Let's try that. If abolishing the department, you mean eliminating or radically downsizing most of its programs. Given the outsized role of student lending and its finances in the operation, the U.S. Department of Education has been wearily described as a big bank with a small policy shop attached. The truer than ever after the Biden administration's ongoing student loan shenanigans. So, when talking about eliminating the department, are candidates committing to downsize, phase out, or put an end to federal student lending? Aside from student loans, the biggest federal education expenditures last year were Title I funds for high poverty schools, $18 billion a year, special education funding, $15 billion a year, and Pell Grants, $28 billion a year. Does eliminating the department mean slashing these outlays? Absent clear answers on this account, it's safe to assume that education spending would mostly continue on its current course.
See, you just said a bunch of words, and I'm still...
Because you wasn't listening.
Say it to me like I'm stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shut up, Maestro. just look at him. He already look into whenever we shoot this. He's making it look because he has something he wanted to say.
No, I'm just like, that's bad
DP.
Spelling. What the fuck? Let's see. ChatGPT. The idea of abolishing the Department of Education is a recurring debate in the U.S. with strong arguments on both sides. Here's a look at the main pros and cons. Pros: increased state and local control. 2. Reduction in federal spending. 3. Potential for innovation. Without federal oversight, states might feel more free to experiment and innovate with their educational approaches, potentially leading to more effective teaching methods and outcomes. 4. Decreased bureaucracy. 5. Enhanced parental and community input. Cons: lack of consistency in standards across states, potential inequality, loss of civil rights protections, hindrance of data and research efforts, impact on student loan programs.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to lose those civil rights protections.
The Department of Education enforces civil rights laws and ensures that schools do not discriminate based on race, gender, disability, and other factors. Without it, enforcement of the protections could weaken, potentially leading to increased inequality. So, I mean, this would hurt.
That's gone immediately.
Yeah, but I also think that's going to be gone anyway because the identity politics.
All right, go to Louisiana. You're gonna be like, I live down the street. Your nigger ass can't go to this school.
So wait, how does that happen overnight?
In Louisiana, if they remove,
they didn't already feel that way. Yeah. They already felt that way.
Yeah, but they couldn't do certain things.
Well, but you probably still don't go to that school.
But that's where I have to go to school. And the only reason certain things didn't happen is because there were certain things in place.
I want to know what would make things go that far. I see what you're saying.
What do you mean what would make things go? I specifically said Louisiana to name the most down and dirty racist place.
But this is what I'm getting at.
Like,
what are they dealing with
New
now?
Orleans and everything, but I'm just saying, like, Louisiana, they be killing people in Louisiana.
But here's my question. So what's happening right now? What law stops?
I'm just saying if they take some mandates, like all people need is just
I think it's more likely, hey, you're a fucking dude, James, and you want to go by Jamesina. I think that's way more likely.
I think that's a definite. I think that's a definite. I think
that's a definite.
Yeah, I think that's a definitive. I think what mine is like, you got to think like a step or two ahead. Like, I think what you named is the immediate.
Yeah.
I think what I named is 2 steps.
But I feel like if someone's going to call you
that.
a nigger, they're going to do that anyway.
It's bigger. Come on, bro.
No, but that's what I'm still getting
No,
at,
but I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, come on, bro. You know it's deeper than that. Like,
no,
like,
I know.
Are you really going to act like they're not going to take that opportunity to remove some fucking some type of protections that were placed federally? You don't think they're going to take that opportunity to remove?
But see, here's what I'm getting
and
at.
they're not.
I want to know what protections we federally have. That's
then look it up.
question.
Yeah, exactly. There it is.
Yeah. Name the civil rights protections.
School protections, not civil rights, but like civil rights. School.
Well, yeah, but I think it's already in the thing.
Okay. Protections.
Exactly.
The Department of Education.
Okay. Let's see.
Education give.
Enforces key. Okay. Title. What is that for? On the education amendments. Discrimination based on sex in any federally funded education program or activity, which includes protections against sexual harassment, assault, equal athletic opportunities, and fair treatment of pregnant and parenting students.
Okay,
I don't think that's gonna change.
Yeah, it will. It okay. Keep
going. But I'm saying, okay, in what ways though?
Discrimination based on sex in any federally funded, they can discriminate based on sex. That's exactly what you just said, because that's gender politics. So you just said,
right.
So what do you mean? Like, what do you? What do you? Thank you for.
I will give you that. But okay. Oh, sure. Okay.
Thank you for being fair.
Yeah, I'm being fair. And you're sure, but I like you said, that was a definitive. So let's go to Section 504, the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. This law prohibits discrimination based on disability in any program or activity that refuse federal financial assistance. It mandates that schools provide necessary accommodations and modifications to allow students with disabilities to equal access to education. Now, things like this, I think, will not intentionally, but they will fall by the wayside because there won't be enough.
Who's going to build the ramp?
There you go. There won't be enough resources, and they'll be like, well, either there won't be enough resources, or they'll allocate the money elsewhere and be like, well, so in certain places where you don't have that.
That's the second thing that could fall to the wayside to buy this.
Yeah, but then maybe also, that one kid who just has to be a part of the team because it's federally funded. Now he doesn't have to be a part of the team. Maybe. And maybe he shouldn't have been a part of the team.
And that's why that's going to happen. I'm telling you right now.
The ADA extends protections to public education institutions, requiring that they make programs, services, and facilities accessible to individuals with disability. Once again,
damn, another thing that seems like probably.
Well, when I read up on this, the number one thing, and that's why I was more getting at like for our actual racial stuff. This is what I'm saying. The number one thing that really came up in everyone's argument, they were like, yeah. Fucking disability programs, and then schools that have high poverty. So if they're going to hurt us, I feel like it's going to be in the school districts that have high poverty ratings, and they're not going to get as much money. And I just think that's going to be like one of the main things.
What's number 4?
Title 6 of the Civil Rights Act. This prohibits discrimination based on race, color, or national origin in any program or activity that receives federal funds, protecting students from racial discrimination, harassment, and segregation in public schools.
That's a part of DEI. That's out of the window.
Yeah, but that's out of the window because a lot people jumped on the DEI wagon.
You have so many excuses for them. And
no, it's not. Because DEI in the beginning was really made so, when there was a African American, generally speaking, who was qualified for a job, there was a place and there was a situation carved out for that person who was qualified for said job. 100%. Yeah. Then a lot of other people jumped onto the bandwagon of what that was, and then it harmed us. That's how I view it. I don't view it as just a bad thing. I view it as a thing that...
How the company hire a bad person if you're hiring people that
yeah,
are
but it wasn't
equals,
just about
how could someone jump on the bandwagon
because now it's
only hiring
first it was affirmative action. That was good. Then it was diversity, equity, and inclusion. So now inclusion means you got to include every fucking body. And then when every fucking body feels like they deserve to be somewhere, you know what that creates? That creates a fucked up situation, and it gives them the opening to go, why are we just giving people these opportunities for nothing when they're there for a reason? That's what I'm saying.
If I have a black person, an Asian person, 2 white people, my company already has all white people. And all these people are equal.
You're back to affirmative action.
All I have to do is make sure that I cover
no
this
problem
quote.
With affirmative action.
These 2 people, these are the best people.
No problem with affirmative action.
I have them in here. Come on in.
No problem with affirmative action.
What's wrong with it?
No problem with affirmative action. That I agree with that. I think that's a way that a lot of black people have figured out ways to get jobs and flourish. Have no problem with affirmative action. But when you put all identity politics within this same zeitgeist, it creates a problem for us because now you're segmenting and making everybody marginalized. Some who aren't actually marginalized, they're just marginalized because of life choices they've decided to make. And now that plays a function in a regular black dude who's trying to get a fucking job somewhere, who's qualified, but he does something and it's a very white company. Now he's fucked over because we don't have any gay people here. So now maybe the white gay guy gets hired because he's part of diversity, equity, and inclusion. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not diverse if the white guy who's gay is not here. Just saying, as an example. So what I'm getting at is when I look at affirmative action as a whole, I always thought that was great because there was a time we would not get hired.
I'm actually super interested in the Age Discrimination Act of 1975 because these old motherfuckers got to get out of here. This law prohibits discrimination on the basis of age and programs or activities receiving federal financial assistance. Yeah, Papa, you can't see no more. You can't keep doing this.
I mean, once again, too, I think a lot of all of these things. If you want to, like you said, habitual line stepper. So yeah, if you want to really stomp on these things, you can. But I do think there are key factors within some of these things
that he's looking for.
That he's looking for. Of course. And then I also think outside of him, I do think that even when you break down all of these pieces. The only things I 100% agree with no matter what is the disability stuff. And the obviously not being able to fucking not let somebody be in a program because of their race. Those two things are like, yeah, that shouldn't change. But I also don't think that would change in major cities.
Well, here it comes.
You're going to be fucked if you're the one black guy in the middle of fucking Nebraska. Yeah, that's not good.
Prepare to be surprised. What else we on?
I think that's it. I mean,
what? We're getting so good.
I mean, it's an hour 30. Whoa, what is this? Old ass video of JD Vance 8 years ago.
And I remember beforehand, the waitress
You got a
walked around
TikTok?
and asked whether we wanted some wine. So I said, sure. I'll take some
Yo! Oh, this nigga has
And
done so
she
well.
immediately said, would you like
Because he's
Sauvignon Blanc
double
or
as dull
Chardonnay?
and fat
And I remember thinking,
and not a suave.
come on, lady. Stop with the fancy French words and just give me some white wine. But I used my powers of deduction and recognized that Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc were two separate types of white wine. And so I told her that I would take the Chardonnay
Okay, I
because
don't need to know that. All I know is, dude, a beard, losing some weight, definitely made him look way less trailer trashy. 100%. And then he actually has worked on his... Because this guy's boring as shit. And I thought J.D. Vance was, in the beginning a little dull, but he can hold his own now. But like this, that's crazy. Damn. Whole different guy. You know what he did? He Chris Pratted himself.
He Chris Pratted himself.
He Chris
Now
Pratted his
he's
fucking
the vice
self.
president.
And now he's the vice president of the United States.
Fucking nuts.
Nuts, bro.
I don't even know, bro.
That's a whole different guy. Whole different guy, bro. Look at JD. This nigga done figured it out, ain't he?
JD fucks now.
Yeah. I don't know who that other guy was. That other guy had no chance of being the vice president of the United States. Nope.
Well,
I think we've done it.
Yeah, well, just for. I guess I gotta see. And it's.
What?
I'm conflicted.
About what?
Hatred.
Of who?
I have to hate them, right?
Oh, yeah. If you want to be stupid, sure.
Well,
if you want to be ignorant, sure. If you want to, hey, listen, if you have an enemy, if you're smart about things, here's my point. If you lived your life in such a way where you could have an enemy who you've never met, right? Already silly. But if you could have an enemy that you've never met, in theory, I forgot what I was saying.
You lost it? If you have an enemy you never met, in theory, if you lost it, you lost it.
If you had an enemy you never met, in theory, that's silly. Okay, I figured that part out. Then the next part was going to be, if you feel that it is your enemy, though, then one of the best things you could ever do is to be aware of what your enemy's doing so that you can be level-headed and combat said enemy. Just hating it and taking it out, like, that doesn't help anybody. And then you're creating the divide in which you claim you don't want.
Yeah. I feel like I should be safe because I voted for Kamala. You all saw it here. So now it's time to just pivot.
Why you bringing up bullshit? That doesn't matter anymore.
Talking about losers. I never talk about losers.
Exactly. That's my point. It's just kind of insane.
But black women, I did vote for her. So bye.
And we out. Peace.